Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about composition in Python. Alright. In the previous video, we learnt about aggregation. Aggregation is a relationship where one object contains references to other independent objects. Composition, on the other hand, is when the composed object directly owns its components, which cannot exist independently. Okay? Now, I will take an example and explain you the concept. Alright? I will create a class by the name screen and then I will say pass. I will create the second class by the name camera and say pass once again. And now I will create the third class by the name mobile and here too I will say pass. Okay. Now, if you consider a mobile, it will have many parts. But here in this example, I have considered only camera and screen. Alright. Now, here let us have the constructor. So I will say def and I will say init. And in the brackets, I will have self and then one more parameter size. We normally talk about screen size of mobiles, right? So I have size here, okay? And in this constructor, I will have self.size equal to size. Alright. Next, let me have a constructor here too. I will say init and in the brackets I will pass self and resolution. We talk about camera resolution of mobiles, right? So I have written resolution here. Now inside this constructor I will say self dot resolution equal to resolution. Alright. Now, in the mobile class, we will have the constructor. I will say init and here I will have self and company and model. Alright. When we specify a mobile, we generally specify its company and also its model. Correct? Now, here in this class, I will say self.company equal to company and self.model equal to model. Alright. Now, let us use the concept of composition. What I will do is, I will define an attribute of screen and then I will call the screen constructor. Okay. And then we will pass in the size that we receive to the screen constructor. Okay. Now this here is an attribute of screen. Okay. I am calling the screen constructor, which is this, and then I am passing in the size that we receive to the screen constructor. Alright. Basically, what we are doing here is we are creating a screen object. Next, we have to set up our cameras. So here I will say self.cam is equal to, and now I will call the camera constructor and then pass resolution to it. Okay. So what is this? This is an attribute of camera. What is this? This is the camera constructor. Okay, camera constructor, and I am passing in the resolution that I received. Alright, and here in this line what we are doing is we are creating a camera object. Okay, and since I have size and resolution here, I need to have size and resolution here too. Okay, now this is considered as composition, and the reason that this is considered composition is because we are creating screen objects and camera objects inside of this class mobile. Okay, our class mobile owns a screen and a camera. We are not creating these objects outside of the mobile class. Okay, up until this point we were creating objects outside of the class. Correct? So if I wanted to create an object of screen, then I would have created it outside, right? Like this, 6.5 inches is the size. If I wanted to create an object of camera, then I would have created it outside, right? So this is what we have been doing up until now. But we are doing this here and we are doing this here inside the class. And this is why this is known as composition. Okay. So let me delete this. Now let me create a mobile object. Okay. So what should we pass? We have to pass a company name, a model name, a size and a resolution. So here, for example, I will pass Apple and I will pass iPhone, and for the screen size I will pass 6.5, and for the camera resolution I will pass 20 megapixels. Alright, let me run this to see if I get any errors. So no errors, and this is how we create a mobile object. When this line gets executed, mobile 1 will be sent to self, Apple will be sent to company, iPhone will be sent to model, 6.5 will be sent to size, and 20 will be sent to resolution. Okay, mobile 1 dot company will be Apple, mobile 1 dot model will be iPhone. Next, mobile 1 dot screen will be 6.5. How is that? When we send 6.5 to size, 6.5 will be sent here, which in reality will send it here. Why? Because we have called the constructor of screen, right? So the 6.5 that we send here will be sent here, will be sent here. And so mobile 1 dot size will be set to 6.5. Okay. When we send 20 to resolution, 20 will be sent here, which will in turn be sent here, and so mobile 1 dot resolution will be set to 20. Okay, meaning mobile 1 dot cam will be 20. All right. Now let us access the attributes. I will say print and I will say mobile 1 dot company. Okay. When I run this, I get Apple as the output. Next, I will print mobile 1 dot model. When I run this, I get iPhone. Next, I will print mobile1 dot screen. Okay. When I run this, I get an object which is not what I want. To print the screen size, we have to access the size. Alright. So let me run this to get 6.5. Alright. Mobile1 is this object which has screen attribute. Correct? Mobile1 dot screen. Mobile1 dot screen. This screen attribute has size attribute. Correct? So we are accessing the size of the screen of the mobile1. We are accessing the size of the screen of the mobile1. And so we need to type it like this to get the value 65. Okay. Next, I will print mobile1 dot cam. Okay. Mobile1 dot cam. The cam in turn has resolution, right? So I will access it using a dot. So now when I run this, I get 20 as the output. We are accessing the resolution of the camera of this object mobile1. Okay. In the same way, you can create multiple mobile objects and then print the attributes out. Okay. So when this line gets executed, these two attributes will be set and two objects will be created. An object of screen and an object of camera. So we are creating two objects here. We are setting the values of two attributes here, whereas in this line and this line we are creating two objects. Okay. So this class mobile owns two objects. Alright. This is why composition is different from aggregation. If I delete this line, then this and this object would cease to exist, meaning they cannot exist independently. Whereas in our playlist example from the last video, if I were to delete the playlist object, the songs would still exist. Correct? They exist independently. But here, this and this are dependent on this. Okay? So this is composition. It is where this composed object directly owns its components. Our mobile owns a screen and a camera, and we are creating two objects within the class. Alright.